I started performing stand-up comedy in '97, and I probably stopped in 2016, 2017. My early influences were definitely in stand-up were probably Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor, but that was when I was a kid growing up. When I first started out, the comedians that I really admired were Steve Bedwell and Richard Stubbs, Darren Casey and Dave Grant, Pommy Johnson and Greg Fleet, and they all influenced me.
I used to take ecstasy though and go to inappropriate venues. I took some ecstasy and went to the Pantera concert. They've got a song called Very Hostile. And they were singing it. It goes like this. To bleed, to see, we cannot be taught. In turn, you're making us, very hostile. I was jumping around going, yeah, I'm very hostile.
When I moved out of Glen Iris, I went into a boarding house, the start of me being homeless. But actually living on the streets, 2016 I think I started living on the streets. Yeah, sorry, I do smoke a lot of pot, so getting years correct is difficult. The drinking really started to have an impact on my ability to hold down a day job, work as a stand-up comedian at night, and smoke as much pot and alcohol as I needed to for my addiction or for my anxiety. And marijuana isn't conducive to good stand-up comedy, and so I probably dealt with my anxiety when I was doing stand-up comedy by drinking. Because if I smoked, I'd do a shit gig. And I guess as time went by, I just drank more and more, to the point where I was probably known as a drunk amongst my contemporaries. I've been living in my launch housing tiny home for 2 years come February. I didn't do any of that except for the purple knob. I just want to make that clear. I just believe that even if Doggum is gay, he's got a purple knob like the rest of us. The funniest reaction I got was a guy in a t-shirt that said "Worship Satan," and he came and told me off for begging and gathering alms, like I was doing something wrong. He clearly forgot that he was wearing a "Worship Satan" t-shirt, but he was genuinely angry with me and thought that I shouldn't be doing what I was doing. I should go and get a job. And I don't think that's what Satan wanted. I think Satan was rather proud of me sitting there with my cardboard sign that said, "I just want to get stoned and eat a falafel." I don't know if Satan eats falafels. He'd probably prefer I ate a kebab because it had meat in it. But that's definitely the funniest one.
What an insult, what a disgrace you are. You're a disgrace.
Am I a
You're a
disgrace?
disgrace. I just want to get stoned. And fucking put that. It's disgraceful.
Well, what are you doing? You're being
What am I
violent.
doing? I got my own money. I'm going to a shop to spend it. I don't sit on this chair and say, I want to buy drugs. You're disgraceful.
Okay. Well, you have a good day.
Yeah, shit that. Hope no one gives you money. She wants it for drugs.
You don't have audio.
Daddy.
The only people who react like that to me are junkies. People who use heaps of opioids.
Yeah.
They're the ones that get angry with me. And it's because there's a reason for it, right? Junkies believe that they're discriminated against because most people are squareheads and they're the small percentage of society that uses opiates. Whereas the truth is, people don't like heroin addicts, but not because they're using heroin, but because they're the sort of people who do end up using heroin. So they see me with my sign and I'm getting approval for saying I'm into drugs, whereas they feel like they need to hide it because that's what people discriminate against them for. And I'm going, hey, everyone's giving me money for drugs, and it upsets them because it brings home the truth that it's not the drugs that's alienating them from society and the community they live in, it's actually their behaviour.